Good afternoon, my name is Paul Mulvihill and welcome to the Brooks webinar on SR82 roofing regulations. I am the Purchasing Director with the Brooks Group and also the RAI accredited timber expert on timber and panel products. On the 1st of January 2018, SR82 replaced ICP2 2002. This has had a major implication on roofing and roofing practices within the Irish construction market. SR82 has been drafted by the NSAI Tiling and Roofing Association. The Tiling and Roofing Association is made of professional bodies, tradesmen and public authorities. There have been significant changes in the specification that is now required. There have been changes to the wind exposure and roofing practices throughout the country, the number of fixings and types of fixings that can be used, and the type of timber batten, which we will spend most of today talking about, that can be used on roofing applications. While the minimum dimension has stayed the same, there are changes in the grading and how these are viewed. SR82 represents a standard of good practice, but does not remove the need for developers, contractors, architects to follow legal building regulations that are still in place today. The following timber battens are acceptable within SR82. Imported whitewood and redwood, Canadian American pine, homegrown timbers, and when we talk about homegrown timbers, we are talking about Irish timber and timber grown in the UK. These can be Sitka spruce, Scots pine or Corsican pine. Under SR82, tiling or roofing battens now have to be graded. This can be done in a number of ways, i.e. mechanically graded or visually graded. For the purpose of today's seminar, I'm going to talk about mechanically and visibly graded in a factory location and not visibly graded on site, because I would say 99.9% of our viewers do not have the skill or the technical knowledge to grade on site. The new grading, in which battens that are used on roofs have to reach the new standard of EN 14801-1. This can be done either mechanically through machines in a factory floor or visually graded within the factory itself. Visual grading rules of any member state that meets EN 14081-1 is perfectly acceptable within the Irish market. These battens must be clearly stamped and must also be CE marked. Unfortunately, the BS batten that is used in the UK is unacceptable within the Irish market at present due to it having a British standard rather than a European standard. So what does SR82 mean to me? SR82 requires developers, subcontractors, new builds, architects to ensure and specify SR82 graded battens. SR82 graded battens does not include any uncertified or ungraded 2x1, 2x1.5 which was used historically in the Irish market to a large degree. There are a number of battens which meet SR82 criteria. The first being native timber, that is CE stamped. So sizes available are 3x1.5 or 75x35, 75x44mm, 100x44mm or 100x35mm. These are all CE certified C16 standard battens. These are perfectly acceptable for use as roofing battens today. The second type available is TR26. These come in 36x63, 36x75, 36x100 and 36x87. They are much larger and heavier than the traditional battens used in the Irish market heretofore, and they are the main types of battens available within the Irish market today. Both the C16 and TR26 battens are machine graded to EN 14801-1 and hence meet the roofing regulations of SR82. In relation to 22x50mm or 35x50mm roofing battens, whether treated or untreated, these all have to be individually graded. To ensure you're getting the correct product, Make sure each batten is graded and stamped with SR82 that has an identifying mill cert number and certifying number. This will ensure that you are getting the correct batten that you need for your roofing job in the smaller dimensions. Machine graded battens 35 by 50 mil should come into place into the Irish market within the next 2 to 3 months. This is all dependent on changes within the factory layout of the timber producers, but Brooks of course will keep you up to date as things develop along this road. SR82 makes no recommendations regarding treatment. As we are all aware, softwood must have a moisture content under 20%. Anything higher can lead it to fungal attack. Therefore, in Brooks, we would recommend that you treat roofing battens or use treated roofing battens in all applications, as this gives longer protection to your roof or to your development's roof. There are 2 main types of treatment available. VAC treated, which is usually a clear or yellow coloured batten, which is a low pressure, or there is Protem treated, which is the historical green or brown batten that is used predominantly within the Irish marketplace. There is no need to have Protem treated battens, as there is no contact with the ground and no need to meet the treatment requirements of Hazard Class 3. Therefore, VAC treated, in other words, the light or golden coloured batten, is perfectly acceptable within the marketplace and within the standard. Thank you for tuning in and look forward to seeing you on our next Brooks webinar.